Hi everyone, Steve Crosby here. Welcome to this episode of Monday Morning Musings, where we are continuing on myths, lies, and half-truths about the Reformation that you have been told. In this one of the great narratives of the Protestant Reformation that's necessary to maintain the virtue of the personalities and the results of the Protestant Reformation is the belief that the Roman Catholic Church was this evil, dark church that was withholding the scriptures from the common people because they were doing Mass in Latin and nobody could understand Latin, and they didn't want to get the Bible into the hands of people because, it would set them free and so forth and so on. And of course, we, the great Protestants, came along, and Wycliffe and Huss, who were martyred, and we Protestants led the way in getting the Bible into the hands of the common people. This is one of the great lies, and that's what I'm just calling it. It's a lie. It's not a misrepresentation. First of all, we need to remember that the average European who's going to be sitting in a pew in a church was illiterate. They weren't reading the Bible. They weren't doing devotions with their Bible study. The whole conversation about Bible translations and access to the Bible has to be de-Americanized and de-democratized. As a matter of fact, in France, the way the scriptures were taught was with coloring books, comic books, because nobody could read. And so the debates about translations were really amongst a very slim, a thin slice of the population, and a very academic sort of debate. But here's the truth. The Church of Rome knew it had issues and knew it had to get the scriptures into the language of the common people, as illiterate as they were, as soon as they could. And I have some dates for you for when different translations were made before Luther and the Reformers. There was an effort made in the 4th century, the 9th century, 1350, 1389, 1466, 1478 and 79, 1494, and 1522. How come your pastor never told you that? Now, what did happen is when things got heated and when Luther went renegade, they did shut these things down. The Council of Trent put an end to all these projects. As a matter of fact, there were 13 Germanic translations available before the Reformation. Your pastor never told you that. There was a High German translation in 748 AD, 748. There was one in 1475 by a guy by the name of Zahner. And right now, if you go to the British Museum, you can see a Dutch translation from 1431. It is simply a lie that the Roman Church was this dark, nefarious power trying to keep the common, the scriptures from the common people, until us and our reformers, we came and we fought to get the Bible into the common hands of the people. Simply not true. Now, after the Council of Trent, when things started to get hostile, that's when some negative things started to happen. But that's the fruit of the fallout between Rome and Luther. So let's not buy into that myth anymore. And that is just one of the myths that begins to disintegrate the entire begins to weaken a little bit some of the foundational beliefs that you have been told in your Sunday school and Bible school class. And I'll see you the next time.